Well, hello everybody and welcome in. For those who want to come in, people thinking they're gonna boycott my channel, that's fine. Do what you want to do. I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day. Hi Jill. Um, I've taken time away and I've thought about a lot of things. I've heard a lot of BS on someone else's channel about saying all that kind of ridiculous stuff. Saying that I took someone else's essay stuff. Now, let me just make me people understand for a minute that when I was essay, that was down in Oakhampton. It wasn't here in Hollington. Um, so yeah, I wasn't even on YouTube at that point. I never had a channel. I didn't even know Monty Go Lightly at that point. But what I'm gonna do is I lock up storage, and I do have paperwork from the British government. Um, and that British story is gonna speak volumes. It's gonna speak volumes. Don't take me for it. Don't take me, right? Good evening to you, Steve. Let's talk with music too. How are you doing? Welcome in. People think that okay, we don't want to support her. We don't care about her. Who gives a fuck about Susan? I've heard it all. I've genuinely heard it all on YouTube. Literally, it's like you think you know my life, you think you know my family, you think you know this, you think you know that. You don't fucking know a fucking thing. Genuinely. But here's the thing, Purple, for you, Purple, and this is for you, Purple only. You mentioned about essay saying that never happened. Purple, I challenge you to prove me wrong. Purple, why would the British government give me out £11,000? I want you to prove me wrong on that. I have the letter. I'm going to put out the most. I'm going to black out. I'm going to black out one or two things. This was done in Oakhampton before I ever came to Molly Go Lightly. Before I went to Hollington. Okay, we'll see about that. My kids are my family told light. I have children all. As in grandkids, I don't know. There's so many. There's a lot. I mean, cause I'm away from my family. I don't know. You know, I don't keep track. I have nieces who are given birth to children and stuff like that. No siblings. Four girls and one boy. So people thought, well, they're gonna go in and they're gonna talk smack about me and purple. Well, okay, go ahead and do it. I watched it. Of course, I took time out for my own son first, right? Because my son is my son, and yes, he was down there. And I bought him a new bicycle. Yeah, and his little sister got one too, which is not my daughter, but he's half little sister. And he got on the bike and he was cycling like he was cycling forever. It was crazy. But I challenge you, Purple. Are you the youngest? No, I'm not, Jill. I'm the middle child. I'm the middle. There's two younger and there's two older, and that's all I'm going to say about that. You know, I guess everything doesn't belong on YouTube, but when someone challenges me about essay, well, that becomes a problem for me. I will tell you why. Because I have been granted court. I have been granted money from the court from um I've been granted money from the British government. I'll just put it that way, right? And I will put out that letter. I'll stick it on my community tab actually. I will block out so many details, but I'm gonna leave most of the details there. And I want to know. I'm going to leave the date, the exact date on it, because the date means everything. Because Papa saying that I took someone else's essay story, when in true fact I never fucking did. You know, Purple is not the one who wakes up with night terrors. She's not the one who goes through PTSD. She's not the one who does any of this shit. You know, I guarantee you, if she was left alone like me, with that kind of assault going on with me, what happened to me, I don't talk about it much. I don't, because I have a mental health therapist who talk to me, and I don't need to bring it. You know, I don't need to talk about it because it did happen. I was granted money. The government recognized my pain and suffering, and they sent me. I'm gonna go. I can tell you that letter is probably locked up in my little storage area where we have storage, because it's not something you would keep in your hand and look at it every day. You're gonna look at it and say, "Okay, I'll put that away." But I will tell you one thing. I do keep all receipts. I keep every goddamn thing. I'm just a kind of a creature of habit in that weird way. I keep all receipts. Always did. Hell, I have receipts from when I lived in London back in the day. You know what I mean? Bank statements from Barclays Bank. I have all them receipts. I have the other ones as well, which I'm not going to name out the bank because I'm using that bank right now. So I'm not going to name it out. So no, I'm not the youngest child. I'm the middle child. It's come to the point where it's like people are like, "Oh, well, this must be true because Purple's saying it," but it's actually not. Purple, you have not went through what I went through. You have not went to a rape crisis clinic. You haven't been photographed with bruises you didn't even know you had. You, I could go more. I could keep saying a lot more things, but I choose to keep that to myself. And it doesn't make it the fact that I'm not saying everything a wrong thing. No, it don't. I just feel it's not for YouTube. That's all. I mean, for her to turn around and say that she don't believe that I was an essay, you're a dumb fucking bitch. But of course, yes, she lives in the fucking cornfields of America. I mean, what would we expect? And then talking about my parenting, I mean, okay, Purple, you can say a lot about my parenting, but let me tell you one thing, not one of my kids curse at me. When my son is with me, he wouldn't use a foul language to save his life. I have a daughter of 25 years of age. She would never use an F bomb or an F curse word in front of me. I'm not saying she don't use it around her friends. I'm not saying any of that. But what I'm saying is she don't curse at me. She's brought up proper. Believe me in that. And so is my son. My son is only my son has gone back. He's gone back to London. But what I did was I bought him a new bike. We got him a new bicycle. You know, man, he's flying around on that thing, and I was like, oh my god, look at him. And then his little sister. I'm not gonna name her name because it's not for YouTube. It's Ali's. It would be Ali's half sister, so to speak. Well, she's a lot of love for me, to be quite honest. It's beautiful to see that. Absolutely gorgeous to see it. People can say a lot of things about me, but until you know the truth, don't fucking judge me because you don't know. You just don't. I've been, this has been said and that has been said, and you know, I have the recording there on the tablet. I mean, really, do I need to play it? No, I'm not gonna play it because Tara says she's gonna. If I play it, Tara's gonna strike down my channel. Okay. Here's the thing I would have to say about that. If there was nothing offensive or nothing said about in that recording, why would you strike down my channel? But here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna give it to you as I feel and as I see it. My father believes anyone but me. These are people he's never going to meet in his lifetime. But he believes their word over mine when I actually have the fucking recording there. So, where's the lack of anything? You know what I mean? They don't want me to play the recording because the fucking truth is on the recording. That's why. And Purple, keep your nose out of my business. Keep your nose out. I don't talk Purple. I don't talk about your children. Keep my kids out of your mouth. And certainly keep my essay out of your mouth because you have no fucking idea what you're wanting into there. You have no clue. You're trying to say that I lied and that I took Bling's fucking essay story. I have a lot of documents showing that my essay story was way before I even came to way before I even came to YouTube, way before Molly Golightly, way before all of that bullshit. I have my story. You know, I can prove that in a million ways. I have so much fucking documentation. It's unfucking believable. Like I said, I don't throw out documentation. Now I need to go and take a look in. I want to. There's a certain letter I want to find. I'll tell you what that letter is. I will black out the amount of money. Um, but it's a letter from the British government about what happened to me, right? From the British government itself. That's the most powerful letter You cannot lie about this letter, okay? So if people want to drag me and try to fuck me up, you know what I mean? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go do it. I mean, do your best, right? Unfortunately, I mean, the only regret I have in life is the fact that my son is not with me right now. That's none of your business. And you know what? There's bikes you can take apart, and my son does have an absolutely beautiful bike. Cost £200 actually. You think you can't take the wheels off and the frame and stick it into a really big, fucking Mercedes car? Get the fuck out of here. I mean, what do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna put the whole bike in the fucking boot of the car? You gotta take off the wheels, you dumb fuck. But never mind, right? None of your business. I paid for it. Like I paid for everything else in this life, you know? It's almost like I pay for everything. Always been that way, isn't it? Always been that way. And if someone rings you back tomorrow, yeah, Ellie does have a brand new bike. Yeah, he does. I'll tell you the colour this evening, it's in blue. His sister got a little tiny one as well, but they got that later on and they showed me today. They showed me pictures of what they were buying and I said, yeah, that's cool. You know, because when one gets one, the other one gets one. That's how it works in there. You can't buy one for one and not help and pay for, even though it's not your biological daughter, she still calls me mommy. Even though she knows her mother's name, she calls her something else, and she calls me mommy. So, you know, she's a beautiful little pink bike going on there. You know, fantastic. It's amazing, you know. And for Ali coming down, well, that's been paid a couple of weeks in advance. I always pay in advance. So when the valley needs anything, well, you guaranteed I'm going to give him that. Ali will be going back to school pretty soon. He will be going back to school on the 1st or the 2nd of September. You know, I got to pay off some money there as well. So he's somebody, you know, Papa Phoenix deserves to lose custody of her child. Look, I'm not going to talk about anyone's fitness as a mother. I'm not. Hell, people say that about me, right? I haven't lost custody of my son. I do co-parenting. I would wish that he was here every single day, but the truth of the matter is he's not. You know, you know, when he eventually got down to London, hell, man, I was the first one on the phone. Did you get back safe? Are you all right? Is everything okay? I'm the first one there. I talked to, you know, I mean, he's my boy, you know, at the end of the day. I don't believe any mother should lose custody of their children. I just don't. I think the government is pretty fucked up and they're gonna look. I don't know what to say now, but I appreciate that she does not bring my children into it. My daughter is doing pretty well as well. She did her bachelor's and now she's doing her master's. Um, So what? What? You know what I mean? She's a strong-headed girl. She got her dad's brains, I guess, because he was a very smart person. Um, she's absolutely doing fantastic. Do you think I don't know all these things? Do you don't think I don't see I keep a track on one child to another? I keep tracking them all the time. If they need money, there's always a thing called PayPal. Yeah, boom, there you go. You are what you when Mel was out like college, she was eating beans. I sent her on some money. I said, go and get yourself a steak. Go and get some proper food. That's what I said to her. She enjoyed that. Hi Tony, how you doing, love? You know, beating someone up around the bush is it's not going to get anyone anywhere, and there's no fight. There is absolutely no fight. Not with me. I've learned my lesson not to go on Discord anymore. I don't even, you know what? My Discord is totally abandoned. I couldn't give a fuck about Discord. I think I will stick to the YouTube a little bit more. You know, man, yeah, you go quiet for a little bit, and because you're spending time with your boy, and you know, Purple's out there. She's doing one or two or three fucking lives on you. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Talking about essay and all this stuff, triggering other people. Purple, why are you doing that? You were actually triggering other people by talking about someone else's essay, which you said you don't believe it didn't happen. Well, Purple, let me ask you a question. Why did the British government pay me out the money, the settlement that they gave me? Get the fuck out of here. Because you understand that I have so much fucking paperwork on there. That's sick. No, the little girl got the bike down in London, and Ellie got his one here. It cost £200. But the little girl got a little pink one with a little baby doll carrier on the back of it. I give my son money all the time, no matter what. It doesn't matter. Don't matter to me. Look. I give my whatever. If I can get it up, I will give my son money. Yeah. If Mel calls me in the morning and asks me for money, I'll give her money. Yeah. I don't put my children on. I don't put my kids on YouTube at all. I don't. You know what I mean? Their Ali is underage to be on my channel to start with. His little sister, I mean, she's like only what 2.5, 3 years of age. You know what I mean? But she's a bright. She is so quick. It's unbelievable. And I said to Javed, I mean, you want to watch her? She's so clever and quick. And he said, oh my God, I know. You know, so no, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be putting them on. There's no way I would ever put them on YouTube. They're both of them are under the age of 18 years of age to go on this channel. Ali doesn't even want to go on my channel, to be quite honest, because he sees what people are doing and he's like, that's not true. I mean, this is rubbish. Heather, are you still cheering on the immigrants getting kidnapped and I said, what? What? Who's been kidnapped? And they said, Yellow Bow Ribbon. So no, I had the most amazing time, and I know two beautiful angels went back having a good time. Oh, Tony, you're not got a wrench. Tony, I'll wrench you up after this live. I didn't even know you didn't have a wrench. I mean, who is cheering on this kind of craziness? I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, crazy. Well, my daughter needs to go to college, doesn't she? She wants her master's now. Education is the way forward. I mean, it's always been that way, but I applaud Melanie for doing what she's doing. I mean, she's doing a fantastic job. You know, she really is. She's not a big party going person. I know what Mel does. People don't think that I don't have contact with her and she don't call me. Hell, I could be sitting there, my fucking house phone could ring in. It's Mel, you know. Yes, she does go to Ireland and she does stay 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 weeks over there in the holidays, but she'll be back up doing her college stuff again. And I know Mel does that because her father is over there, and Melanie does love her father. You know, I wouldn't expect her not to. It's crazy. I mean, does people think that Melanie does not love her dad? Of course she loves her dad. Ali loves his dad too. Just the way it is, isn't it? Look, I had 2 children who are alive, who are healthy, who are well, who are doing good, and I'm pretty good with that. There's been deportation, not kidnapping. What here in the UK? I know Trump is shipping a lot of immigrants out of America, which being honest, I think that's the right thing to do. The American economy should thrive, and the American people should be looked after. That's what I think. You know, and I think they should do whatever's going on here in the UK in that aspect. I think this should be the same thing. Yeah, I'll go Trump. I think Trump is amazing. I like Trump. Although I couldn't vote for him because I'm not a citizen of that country, but and that's okay, you know. We can like him from afar, right? The UK people like him. I know a lot of people do. They like his no nonsense bullshit. You know, if you're fucking coming into his country illegal, you should go. The UK should have the same power. They should do the same thing. They should do the same thing. They should deport whoever comes into this country by dinghies, apparently, from France. They should do the same thing. All Trump is doing is talking trash up. No, I think he's doing a good job. I think he's trying to solve the war with 2 other countries, and I hope it works out. You know. It's not about race, color, religion, creed, whatever. If you go into a country and it's in the illegal way, well, I'm sorry, you should be put on a plane and sent back. Oh, God. Jimmy's wee ankles. 1 second, guys. All right, I'm looking at your messages. You're saying there should be no borders. Are you talking about America? Because look, I don't live there, and I don't get a say in that at all. I think Trump is doing an amazing job, and he's trying to bring back the economy of the American people, and you know, I just think he's doing a really good job. I watched yeah, I've heard about something about called ICE. Yeah, I heard about that too. Real life. That's people going around collecting people for Trump, more or less. Who are illegal immigrants, more or less. And they call them the word ICE, ICE. I've heard about that, and I'm like, whatever the American people need, I think at this point in life, America should bring back their automobiles. They should bring back all the stuff they used to do years ago. You were the biggest economy in the world. Now you fell to the smallest, more or less. But Trump is slowly, slowly bringing that back. So, and I applaud him for that. That's all I'm going to say. I wish Keir Starmer of the UK would have the same fucking balls. You know what I mean? Taking old age fucking fuel allowance from all of us. You know what I mean? I just want to point out one or two things as well. Actually, what I've heard. The first mobility scooter I got, um, out of my SA money, I paid for that one. What happened was after that, for everyone to know, I didn't know there was a thing called the mobility scheme, right? So I got on the mobility scheme, which is for people who are disabled, and I passed that scheme. And right now, I have a brand new scooter sitting outside, and the second-hand one, the one I had, which was quite a few years old, that was sold on privately. But the scooter from the government, I still pay. I still have to pay out of my PIP, which is called PIP, Personal Independence Allowance, right? I still pay quite a bit of money out for that new one. So no, it's not like I was not declared on. It was not like I decided not to walk down the street. I can't walk down the street. See, these are pointers I want to point out to some people For those who don't know, look at PIP, personal independent payment, right? So okay, I'm losing money on paying for the school every month. Yes, I am. Maybe you are unfair. What? Truth of the matter is, I have well, look, doesn't matter what I have, doesn't it? I'm not gonna bother even fucking saying it. It's gotten to the point where you get sick of saying it, you know. Yeah, so I got it because I got the most amazing insurance with the new scooter, which you couldn't get on a private scooter. So if anything, God forbid, happens to my scooter, it's completely covered no matter what, even a wheel, even a tear, no matter what, it's completely covered. So I have an amazing coverage on that scooter right now. And it all becomes because why the person is disabled. Who wants to be disabled at the age of 45 years of age? No one. Who wants to have a hospital bed in their bedroom and not be able to sleep in their own normal bed? No one. Unless you come up with a person who wants to be living that kind of life, I'd like to know it because I don't know. I think someone did not send me a memo. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I feel that I'm too young for it. Um, I'm in the body. Okay, my age is my age is 45 years of age, but my body feels like it's a lot older because of the damages of what was done to my back and what was done to a lot of problems, and it's just escalates. It's just horrendous. I mean, I can't explain to you in a day what it's like to be like me. It's horrible. I Fuck it. I wish that COVID-19 took me that time, but it didn't. Would have been a lot fucking easier, wouldn't it? But then again, I have two beautiful children I really care about and love, and my focus is on them right now. I love them. It would have been very ideal if I had COVID-19, because eh, I don't know what to say about it. People think that I can, yes, I can walk around my apartment because my apartment is really small. But other than that, I mean, yeah, no, you won't get much more than that. Maybe in England should do some thing like well, that's true. I wasn't born in the UK at all. I was born in Ireland, obviously, but I do have dual nationality. When my vote cards come in the door, they come across as a British citizen. My ID cards from Britain come across as Susan Bennett, British. No, you know, it's not like that. It's not like I came over in a fucking dinghy or anything. It's not like that at all. My ID cards and all that are they're all British. Um, I've been living in this country a long time now, actually. When if you ever think of going back to Ireland, yeah, that would be a fart in the wind. I don't think so, ever. Not once my son is there. I'm so used to being in the UK. There's days that bother me, there's days that doesn't bother me at all. You know, going from coming from London and going to Devon, um, and living in Oakhampton. Oakhampton is where the SA happened, not here in Hollington. Hollington was my escape. Um, why did someone say you can't go back to Ireland? Jill, I don't feel that I can go back to Ireland, to be quite honest. I'm not going to walk away and leave a minor behind. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that at all. And I guess I went back to Ireland when Ali was 1.5 years of age, and the government in Ireland would not even pay me out. They wouldn't even help me, to be quite honest. Until a TD, which is called a politician in Ireland, got involved and they decided to pay me out €100 per week when my rent was £650. 650 euros, sorry. I kind of confused with the currencies a little bit. And I stayed there for 9 months. I tried. I did try. And they went from getting on a plane, coming back to the UK, and making a phone call the following morning, and boom, my money was turned back on. You know, that's someone spamming my chat. I know what that is, but yeah. People think that it's so easy to go from one country to another country and try to get your money and your stuff and what you need. No, it's not that easy, guys. I spent 9 months with my boy, and he was only 1.5, 2 years of age over there, and we struggled on the €100 per week when our rent was like 650 per month. So I had to, it just didn't work. You know what I mean? So I give up. I mean, I literally give up, and I said, okay, I'll come back to you, Ken. I flew over in the evening, went to bed, and woke up for the morning, picked up the phone, and straight away my benefits were turned back over here. Because it's called dual nationality. Now, there's a lot of people who think that dual nationality is a piece of shit, but really it's not. When you think about it, um, people, I have a lot of people tell me the whole time, you don't want, as a single person right now, because my son does spend the majority of the time with his father. Um, you don't want to go back there, and they ain't gonna help you at all, and that's true. They're not gonna help me. They're not. So the only way is just to keep bidding. I do bidding online for different areas, and there's a lot of places I won't live. I won't live in a high rise apartment. there's a lot of places I won't go. So I'm taking my time and I'm bidding away. And my son is watching me bidding. It's called bidding. It's a bidding system over here. And you know what to say, those who wait, good things will come their way. I've been waiting. I've been bidding. I've been waiting. And, I believe that God, I do believe in a higher power. I do believe that there is going to be some help down in some respect down the way, and it's going to happen. But until now, we gotta live with what we gotta live with. You know, it's heartbreaking to see your son walk out the door. And you, if you lived in Ireland, your son could visit. No, that's not true. My son does not want me to leave the UK. I talked to Ali about this. Ali does not want me to leave the UK, and for there, I'm not going to leave. My son is very strongly about that. Mommy, don't leave. I said, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Now, is it hard on me? I mean, when I look on my life, yeah, it's hard, but it's not about me. Genuinely, once again, it's not about me. It's about him. I spoke to Ali about this. Ali does not want me to look here. He does not want me to leave. Ali actually enjoys coming down to Devon, believe it or not. He actually enjoys coming down to Devon, and he enjoys. I leave his sister in here. She's not my daughter. Um, his sister is not my child. I leave him in. I leave his father's wife in too. I don't need to do that. That's not part of the court agreement, but I do that because it's not about bitterness or hate at the end of the day. Tara, there's no one slander words. I'm just tired because I've been up for quite a bit. I had my boy down there. You probably wouldn't have known that, but anyways, what's the story with? I'm not going to talk about that. No, I love the way Tara says you come. I'm slurring my words. No, no. I'm just really tired, but I've been up really early. I had like two little. When I say little, I don't mean little with Ali, but well, the the daughter's been. She's a handful. She is feisty as hell. And I even said to her dad, "Man, you got your handful with this little one. She's a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean?" No, you didn't hear clinking. Don't lie. Come on now. They're saying they're hearing clinking online. No, you're not. That's bullshit. There's no clinking on the line. Where's the bottles? I mean, come on now. I mean, that's crazy. And Jill, I don't know what Jill's fighting with Tara with. What? I don't know what's going on there. Will you see, y'all watching later? Talking to my son, swimming for an hour. Oh, that's amazing. Jill, what's going on with you and Tara? Look, I don't hate anybody. You gotta understand that about my nature. I don't hate anybody. I just I find hate is a really strong word, and I do believe that no one's promised tomorrow. I mean, anyone can wake up sick and be sick and things can go wrong. So me and the way I feel about life is don't hate each other. Please don't, because you're not promised tomorrow. No one is. You might be fine today, the next day or the next day or the next day, but no one's promised tomorrow. Now I've always said that on my channel, but I will say um I had a really nice time with my biological son. Yes, I had his half sister with me, and that's fine. She's she's a good girl. You made it everyone's business when you said it on YouTube. Said what on YouTube? What, Jill? I don't know what you're talking about because I haven't been on. I genuinely, I genuinely haven't been on. You know that. And I'm not asking anyone to white knight for me or anything like that because my life is my life. And, a purple, you are just diving into shit you don't even know what you're fucking talking about. You really are. Hell, I just need to put one document out there and that will solve all that shit. But don't worry, as everyone's gone away now, I'm here by myself. I will have a look tomorrow. It's not like I keep the stuff in my hand and I look at it. I intend to store stuff away. And this will be a letter from the British government. Okay? Susan stole Bling's story. I never listened to Bling's story. My story is way before. Let me tell you something, right? I lived in Oakhampton. I wasn't even on YouTube. I didn't even know Molly at that time when this stuff came out. I didn't even know anybody. I was living in a different area. I live in Harlington now. This stuff this stuff has gone back a long time, and just let me put one British documentation out and that will shut you all up. Especially you, Purple, because you know what, you're what would I call it? I wouldn't expect any SA victim to want to come out and speak because of the likes of you. Thank God I didn't know you then. That's all I'd say. You and your negative talk and you thinking you know what you know, you don't know it, Purple. You don't. You don't know it at all. You never did. You never did. Purple, Perp Diddy. You never fucking did. You didn't know the fucking story behind anything at all. And the government doesn't go and pay people out. Oh, well, there you go. You can have that. No, it doesn't work like that. It never did. You gotta go to a rape fucking clinic in the whole lot. Purple. You're gonna get your photographs taken of you. Oh, well, there, look, Susan. Well, I'm gonna block that myself, actually. Susan Scooter, fuck off. I'm proud of my scooter, so you can go and piss off. I have actually a beautiful scooter. Thank you very much. Um, Very proud of my scooter, to be quite honest. Y'all make it out to be like a small nana scooter with a little basket in the front. My scooter's not like that. I don't know where all the mods are at, but it doesn't matter to me. I can control everything here behind behind the scenes. I don't, at the end of the day, if mods come in, great. If they don't, look, I can run the channel myself anyways. It's not like I have over X amount of million subscribers, because I don't. It's only a small channel compared to the bigger channels. This is really a small channel. I am always going to stand up for SA victims. I'm always going to be an advocated person for that. And there's no one going to take that away from me. You cannot take away what was done to me in the past. You can't do it. Well, that's your opinion. They don't want to be seen in there. That's your opinion. It's okay. I can handle the mods from here. Because some stupid shit was said. In real life, I don't even know who you are, so I don't really fancy on modding people I don't know. I think it's like maybe first, second time you've been here. Where all the mods left? I don't know. I don't, you know what, at the end of the day, my channel is so small, I can mod from here. People think that I can't block people and time people out and all that shit. Yeah, I can. Doesn't matter to me. Gotta understand, mod is only a fucking blue symbol at the end of the day. I mean, it really is. You think I can't do what I've got to do here? I'm not going to talk about who's my mods. I met you and Buddy Susan. Oh, okay. Well, I've got to see you a little bit longer than that before I mod anyone up. I'm just a bit funny. I know I have no mods in here, and that's okay. I know a lot of people, and a lot of my mods work. They can't be here at all times. So I will mod myself. Pollyanna, um, I've never really wanted to put anything out at all. There was a lot of pressure put on me, almost like a pressure cooker. You could say, me with my mental health and stuff like that. It's not a thing that I ever wanted to put out. It's not a thing I ever want to even speak about. You know what I mean? Um, if anything, I've always felt the opposite way. I've always tried to cover over my problems, but the problems are real. They're very real. I've been diagnosed with PTSD, a very bad PTSD situation. Um, and for people to turn around and say that no, that never happened. Um, I'm sorry, but that's not how I see it. It's not how I see it at all. If I was going to take anything away from it, I feel that YouTube is one thing, real life is another thing. The last thing you want to do is put out evidence of what you went through, which is probably the most hardest thing to even do that. But I know myself, I have so much documentation. It's unbelievable. From psychiatric people to the rape crisis center to mental health. Um and then the most important one is the letter from the British government. And I remember saying to a certain people, the letter meant more to me than the actual amount I was granted at the time. And I still have that letter. I know it's probably in where I keep a lot of stuff. I don't keep these letters around me. I don't. Well, Pauline, I'm sorry you feel that way, but when you have people coming at you, saying that I don't believe you, it's not up for that person to say I don't believe you. We went through all that. We went through, a lot of stuff. Where I have a lot of documentation. I have a lot of stuff. And for people to come on YouTube and say, "Well, I don't believe that never happened." Um, well, why did the British government pay me? I just want to leave it at that, you know. And what I'm going to be looking for is, and I need to go out and check because I do have a lot of folders, a lot of stuff, you know. Susan, quite an amount of, it's all lies. Okay, let me prove you wrong then. Pollyanna, when I put that one letter out, I would like you to apologize to me because I had the most amazing letter from the UK government. You didn't see it, obviously. I need to go and check for. I need to go and look for that one. But I'm gonna get someone to mark out the amount of money what I received. And I want you to read the letter as in full, and you might feel different about that then. This. I mean, there's no fucking way. I mean, it's not like I'm coming out here for the first time ever saying anything. I mean, no one, no woman in their right mind would ever want to be an SA victim. No one. I live with that every day. You know, and you coming on here saying it never happened. Well, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Crazy. I wish in my life, I wish it never happened. I can guarantee you I'd probably be leading a different life right now if that never happened. But anyway, um, Barry Harry, you don't know who's Bush Martin. You don't have a mod, so you can't even say who's even fucking doing that. You'll have to get an apology from me after all the true disgusting stuff you've done and said. Hmm. You know what? When I put that letter out, it's only gonna be one letter. It's from the British government. Um, I think you might apologize after that one because it's a very heartfelt letter from the government. It's not like, and then you will say, so don't come in here and ask me that I lied about anything. You cannot lie. There is before you even receive any payments, which took a couple of years later. You had like I said, the SA clinic taking swabs, taking. There is so much I could talk about, but I'm gonna hold my mouth. I'm gonna hold my tongue on this. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Purple saying that she don't believe it doesn't happen. What the fuck does she know? What does she know? Was she there? Was she in that bedroom or wherever? Was she there? No, she wasn't. So, I mean, that doesn't give her anything. So, I was always wanted to hang on to paperwork. Going back through the years, you can't lie to the British government. You really can't. You gotta go to the SA clinics and all that. You gotta go through a lot. You gotta go through a lot of stuff. Strawberry cupcakes. We have seen the letter that the criminal injuries and compensation authority paid you and you were guilty. What? No, that's a lie. Get the fuck out of my chat. That is a lie. So there. You can't lie to these people. Oh, I mean, what with the doctor's letters, psychiatric letters, the SA clinic letters? You think you can lie to these people? You think I'm that fucking good that I could go around and lie like that? I'm not that good, guys. I'm not that fucking clever. Never have been, never was. So stop with your crap. Stop. What's your head? You think I'm that fucking more? I must be the I defrauded the British company. No, I don't. No, never happened. My God, if anything, I would be scared to fraud the British government because if you do, they're gonna come down on you and they're gonna come down on you hard. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do that. Hell, when I had a boyfriend at one point living with me, I declared him because I ain't messing with no British stuff. I ain't doing that. That didn't last very long. He got shit pumped to Ireland. But you think that I was gonna let him there and no. And then you go on about essay stuff. I can't tell you the amount of paperwork what was sent in from all different, from GPs, to psychiatric, to the essay clinic, I mean, it was so much. How can I be a liar? You know what I mean? How can I bullshit all these people? Even the most what was it? There was a guy. I mean, God, I can't remember his name because it's quite a while back. There was a guy who said you know about my PTSD and all that. They talked about a lot about that. Look, I have like paperwork upon paperwork upon paperwork, and I don't know why I've ever kept it, but I did, and I kind of feel in one weird way, um, I'm kind of glad that I did. Now I never kept it, thinking I would ever use it or do anything with it. It's crazy, there's only one letter what brought me to tears, and that was the tears which the British government recognised, and they said it, and it was a very powerful letter, and I guess that's the only letter I'm ever going to show to you. But before that letter was even produced, you got to understand there was hundreds of documents sent in, hundreds, hundreds and upon hundreds of stuff sent in. Um, God, I even got seen by a psychologist, or I'd have to go and look. I mean, I don't look at this stuff every day, but I'd have to go and look. And they told me I would be after the essay. They told me I would be dead in 2 or 3 years. I'm still here today. Came through COVID-19 pretty all right, don't you think? You know what I mean? Um, it's just crazy, and Purple Phoenix has no idea what she's even talking about. She really don't. It kind of makes me lost for words, and you can't understand how I feel about that. Why would you have been dead after? Um, Heather, honestly, after that, I did try to unalive myself quite a few times. And that's why they put that in there. Because I didn't want to be I didn't want to be alive. Didn't want to be around, you know what I mean? And this is why it upsets me because people think that people think that when things like that happen to you, you're going to be alright. You're not going to be alright. Your mental health is playing headache with you. You know, you just you can take a 5 6 hours a day. You're not clean enough. You're never clean. Fucking hell, you know. I could say a lot about that, but you know, you don't want anyone. I went to the point of even changing my own bank card, you know, because he touched it. So that will speak volumes. But I've never accused anyone who has done anything they have not done to me. The police reports are there. The everything's there. But I'm not interested in all that. Just leave me. Give me a day or two. Give me one. Give me 1 2 3 days to settle down after I leave in here, and I will go and I will look for that one powerful letter, and it was the most powerful letter I got from the British government, and that in itself speaks volumes. That in itself speaks volumes. And I remember that letter very clearly. I can almost quote it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna let you see it. And that letter had me, for the first time, it had me in tears. Yes, and a lot of people didn't think that I would pull through it. A lot of psychologists and people thought that I would do something, and it, it didn't work out that way. I ended up fighting through it all. And you have people on here telling me that that never happened. I would give anything for that kind of crap not to happen. Anything. Maybe I would have been a better person. Maybe I wouldn't be on YouTube. Maybe there's so many things I would think of doing. You know, maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know. Now, I haven't a fair idea where that letter is. It's probably out in my we would call it a lockup over here in the UK, where I have a lot of paperwork, a lot of stuff. Um, I'm gonna go and look for that letter. I really am. It's only one letter, but in that letter it speaks volumes. But here's the thing: when I put the letter out, is anyone is anyone gonna come along and say, "Oh, I'm so I apologize"? No, they're not. No, do you know why? Because they have their mindset one way. Even when they put out the letter, they, they don't do they care? No. Did they go through it? No. You know, You honestly think they care? They don't. But when I put out this letter, and this is from the British government, when I put out this letter, it's a powerful. It's to me, this is the most powerful letter you can ever have. I was like, wow, that put me at ease back then. You know, um, I know I sent it on to my father's wife when they were over Holland at one. Oh, they were Holland over in a foreign country. I still have that letter, but I do know it's not in the apartment. It's probably in lockup. So I gotta go in there and try to root it out. Look, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. But what Purple is doing, she's putting stuff out there to say that people are lying when they're truly not. When they were vindicated, she is putting out stuff like that. Worry about the next person who comes along who was something bad happened to them, and she's putting it out like um it never happened. She's like, I don't believe Susan. If you don't believe me, who the fuck are you going to believe when I put out this letter? Do you know what I mean? What the fuck else do you want, Purple? Because at the end of the day, I mean, I had to take a good look back at her lives today, and she did like back to back lives on me. Am I that important, Purple, to you? I mean, is that how you try to tear a person down? They're going through their own mental health struggles and they're going through their own fucking demons in their own mind. Is that how you tear a person down? Don't go forward, people, because this is what's going to happen to you. That's the fucking vibe you're putting out, Purple, and I don't think it's all right. I would say to anybody, if anybody, no matter what, does anything wrong to you, go to the police, get them involved, and press fucking charges. Do the best you can fucking do. I would just say to anybody across the world, go and do it. Go and do it. Don't sit back. Do it. No, but Heather, she did say I was lying, right? Well, I'm gonna prove that shit wrong within a heartbeat. I can prove that. I can prove that. I can prove. I can prove. Don't worry. I have the paperwork. It's all right. I'm not looking for all the paperwork. I'm not gonna be putting out all the paperwork and go complete psycho, right? I'm gonna put out one fucking letter from the government here, and it's a very heartfelt letter. Man, that letter when I got it, it had me in tears. Had me literally in tears. I'm pretty sure there's mods in there. They're probably like in the bushes, and that's okay. Leave them do it. That's the letter of hope he had. No, I have the a legit letter from the government, more or less. I'm going to time you right out again because I don't know who the fuck you are. I think you're a troll and I'm going to ban you. Here you go. Ban, motherfucker. I don't need you in my chat. I don't. Well, they can do what they like. I don't care. But what Purple is doing is a really fucking dangerous game by telling people, oh, she lied. Don't ever go and get help. Bullshit, Purple. Bullshit. Just watch me put the letter on my fucking community tab. Yeah, I'll mark out the amount of the money. Everyone fucking knows how much I got paid anyway. But just watch this letter from the British government. It's not only that, right? She's making me relive the situation over and over and over and over. How long are you gonna make a person live a fucking thing over and over and over and over? She went live on, I don't know what fucking, I look back and she was like twice within 2 fucking days with my name and her title. I'm amazed that she's not being fucking hit by that. I'm just, trying to challenging my parenting. If I was a bad parent, why is any of my kids not on drugs? Why are they fucking loser? No, none of them are like that. Purple. My daughter's out and she fucking has she has all honors and get the fuck out of there. My son is going that way too. I mean, his father, all me and his dad ever talk about is what we can do better for Ali to be in better schools. We pay for extra tutoring. We pay for lots of stuff you would never know about because we want our son to have the best in life. You see the words I'm mentioning, our son? I'm not saying mine because there's two parents who love him very much. Like Melanie. Jesse said Melanie was never on my channel. Go back into my channel. You will find Melanie on my panel. Trust me on that. Melanie was on my panel. That was Melanie, the real Melanie. I mean, she tried saying I trolled that. Fuck off with that shit. My God, I mean, I don't need to do that shit. Melanie, come on. Melanie told me she was coming on. Someone a bit butthurt because they don't want to have anything got to do with them. That's Melanie's decision. Melanie's 25 years of age. Yeah, you know what? September, don't worry about it, love. They thought that I wouldn't come on and talk about this. They thought that I wouldn't go back and have a look when my son went home down to London. They thought I wouldn't go back and listen to their lives. Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, I did. I have a lot to say about that. I talk bullshit. My daughter can be whatever she wants to be. My son is going to be whatever he wants to be. But all we're going to do is we're going to be good parents, and we're going to stand behind them, in front of them, and beside them, no matter what. I'm talking about me. I'm right here. No, I know. I can see you, September love. Well, of course she is, because I went live. Of course she is, little devil. What? I mean, what else? What else do you expect more? I think I might have. I'm going to throw them out right now because I haven't been on in a bit. But I think I have free memberships. So let me just jump in and do that right now. See, can I find my channel? I'm going to give out the whole 10. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Chest infection and fucking breathing problems and the whole shebang. Man, I don't need your shit. I want to be 74 people watching. Look at Right, there you go. There's the free memberships because I just knew they were sitting there. See the mods. I mean, who cares? If mods want to mod from the bushes, they can do that. Who cares? I mean, what does it matter? I'm just gifting free memberships. Don't know who got them. Congratulations, whoever did. You know, I don't care if she goes live in 5, 10 minutes from me. I don't care because that's what she likes to do. She likes to draw the attention over to her. Why is she going live when she didn't go live in weeks? I mean, seriously. Who got the memberships? Canadian Girl, Charlie Girl, and Jenna. Well, there was 10 memberships given out there, so there must be a little bit more now. Oh, Tara got one too? Oh, my. I don't hate any of you guys. I really don't. You gotta understand my makeup, and you gotta understand the way things are. Yeah, have I fucked up? 110% I have. Am I perfect? No. Did I ever claim to be perfect? No, I did not. I never claimed to be anything but perfect. I am probably never going to be the perfect person. And Purple, stay out of my fucking kids' business. I don't talk about your children. Never did. Never, not once did I ever talk about your children. Stay out of my children's business. When I say children, one's an adult, one is minor. Little Devil, I see you got gifted a membership. See the ones who still have wrenches. No, I don't know. Look, YouTube picks out who gets the memberships. I don't get to pick that. Right, you are very true in saying that truth speaks. I am a very hurt person at times. Yes, I am. I won't lie about that. I can be gift. I'm a very hurt person. I feel some way, somehow, I've been let down, you know? But you're saying I've hurt a lot of people, but a lot of people have hurt me, you know what I mean? But I don't complain about that. Right, no, Devil, I know you have. I know you have. And at the end of the day, I mean, I go live and then suddenly someone else is going live. I mean, come on now. And she's going to go along and say, I lied about this, and that. But let me tell you, I will go into, I promise you, give me 2 or 3 days. Because I'm just coming down off a level of being with my boy and his little sister and whatnot. And give me a little bit of time. Give me 2, 3 days. I will find that fucking document from the UK government and I will put it out there. I will literally put out, I will so put it out there. No one wants to be an SA victim. Never, no way, no how. Not a woman. Not at all. Purple, you talk so much fucking shit in your channel. You were like loving it when everyone was coming in, tearing me to shreds, more or less. That's what I've seen on your replays. You loved it. Purple loved it. She genuinely fucking loved it. Um, yeah. What is you know right. Many have me in tears because the hurt, the pain, and a lot of things. If someone thinks that I don't have paperwork, you'll be fooled. You will be very, very fooled. The hurt, the pain, and the whole thing. I gotta deal with all that. I gotta deal with it. I gotta deal with the fact that my son has to go home. I gotta deal with that too, right? And I remember one time I used to just come on here and I used to just want to break. Many times. I broke down and cried. So many times I've done that. So many times, right? I'm not out to hurt anybody on YouTube. I'm not. But please don't hurt me because I've been hurt enough, okay? Enough is enough already. And Purple, you want to take back. I mean, there is lots of SA victims who are listening to your channel right now, and they will never come forward because of what you said. You said a lot of stuff, and you fucking said, I don't believe her. Well, that's your opinion from America. That's not your opinion from the course of the UK. Okay, let's get that real. It's not a pity party at all. I would never want a pity party for me. I look, I suffer with enough anxiety and depression. I don't need a pity party on YouTube at all. I don't. I know a lot of people they don't give a fuck about me. They don't. What does a lot of Americans have to do with it? What? Because I love my American friends, and they're my American friends. Funny how I went live and then suddenly someone else is going live. Come on now. But yeah, I'm gonna do bounce over there and listen to her tell a bunch of fucking lies like she normally does. She's not. She's not in my orbit. She's not in my world. She's certainly not in my. We don't even live in the same fucking country. It's ridiculous. Feed me once, shame on you. For me twice, shame on me. Hmm, You know, you can all say that, but this has been put out there, and I'm responding to what I've heard. Why someone else would want to go live? I mean, man, to tear me down some more. You know, it's about tearing me down more or less. That's all it is. But the truth of the matter is, you can tear me down so much, and I'll take it. Some people are just as selfish. Remember, misery loves company. Stay away from them. So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That's what they want me to do. They want to tear me down. They want to hurt me. They want to tear me down. They want to say lies. Said I talked about someone else's children when really enough. Yeah, I said some words, but I took it back and I got rid of that fucking life. I got rid of it. Now they're coming after me. What? Now they're coming after me at my boy going back. I mean, really? You know what I mean? Just take care of you and your mental health. School all the. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I will take care of my mental health. God, Heather, you know what? I mean, there's somewhere, somehow you got mixed up in all they're rubbish, and you know, it's funny how I go live for the first time in X amount of weeks, and then another person goes live. Goes live. I mean, really, you ain't gonna stop me going live. I just want to put you that way now. Um, is that what? Is you gonna have all our sympathy, people? Oh well, you're the best. You're great. You're yeah, bullshit. Okay. And I could shut down my life and go over and watch the BS, I will call it, but nah, I will stay here. And for those who want to go and watch it. She wants my subscribers to go over there and watch her. That's what she wants. She wants more numbers because she knows she paid for her subs. And if you're telling me that she did not pay for her subs, look at her numbers. I mean, come on now. If support, Susan, what are you too ashamed to come in other your normal? This is my normal account. This is my real name. I use my real name. This is not a fake name. This is my actual real name. I made my channel under my real name. I've never come under a side name or anything like that. This is my real name. Talking about speaking the truth. I don't know what truth you're even talking about, but this is my real name. I never came under assumed account or a mock name or any bullshit like that. I've never done that. I've always come under my own name, which is and hence the reason why my channel is under my real name. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I probably got that wrong. Ask me a question, I'll speak the truth. I'll speak it. No, I'm not drunk. I'm not drinking. I have a chest infection, but I'm not drinking. Actually, I have pneumonia one long, but I don't bitch about that neither. And the cough, what can I do about it? Nothing. What lies that, PJ? I mean, please. I would like to know what fucking lies you're talking about. Which slide would that be? Let me mute for a minute because I need to find something. I need to get in hello right now. Riri, I don't generate YouTube memberships. YouTube does that. There were just 10 memberships I gave away tonight. If you can do anything to take it away, yeah, you can take it away. But I have nothing to do with that. It's because it's a YouTube generated thing. I don't have anything to do with that. I didn't pay for it. Sorry, guys. I just had a coughing problem. But anyway, yeah, Ray Ray thinks I can just take away the membership like that. I didn't give the memberships. It's a YouTube generated thing. So I didn't even know she even had one, to be honest, because it doesn't show up on the back of StreamYards. And Rara, I would love if I would wish you didn't get one. I would have referred anyone else but you to get one. But I don't get it saying that. Sorry, I don't get it saying it. Yeah, probably not. You know what? This even if they're some, they can probably say get one, but I don't get it saying it. You know what I mean? It's nothing to do with me. You know, if I had a choice, I would pick out X amount of people, but I don't. It's not even a case of that. I don't get to say at all in anything at all. So anyway, but like I said, hmm, me, I'm just doing something here. Right, look, I had a really long day. I think it's time for me to go to bed, to be quite honest. And get back here. Yeah. I don't get a say in the YouTube stuffy. I don't. That's nothing I would if I had if I could pick out the best people, it certainly wouldn't be a Rere, but she comes in and complains and says, "Well, I don't want to." Well, we'll stop. Well, Rere, stop recording my channel. Then maybe that might help. Not like we talk about you because we don't. But anyway, look, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna head to bed because I had a very early rise in UK hours and I'm tired and stuff like that. And it's best for me to go to bed. Ray Ray, look, I didn't give you the membership. YouTube did. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm sorry you were disappointed, but what can I say? You know what I mean? There was twice I got a membership in purples. I didn't want that either, but I knew that's the way YouTube generates stuff. So, you know, I mean, you record my channel every time you get. So, I mean, fucking hell, what you expect? Even if you unsub, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll probably come up. You know what I mean? Because you're reacting in my channel. Speak the truth. What truth do you want me to speak, Ray Ray? I think you had to turn off. Yeah, yeah, it's just turn off gifted memberships. Yes, you'd have to turn off that. It's not like I'm doing it because I'm not. That's just the way it is. I mean, I don't get to pick who's members or who's not members. It's not my problem. Not my. She's talking about speaking in the chat. God damn it. What truth? What truth does she actually want me to speak? Because I am tired now and I want to get up, to be honest. But Heather, I believe you have the last say in it. I don't know who that is, Heather. Oh, okay. I don't know who's speaking the truth is. Don't know who it is. Yeah, I don't know who it is. No beer, no clock. I'm just tired. Been up pretty early this morning, you know. Really, I mean, seriously, I'm not even gonna argue with you. I'm too tired to even fucking do that. I've been up early this morning, you know. I have much bigger and better things to be thinking about than listening to you, you know what I mean? Why are you even in my fucking channel? Why are you even here? See what you said about me. Red Ray is not a supporter of me at all. Ray Ray has never been a supporter of me. Well, yeah, Ray Ray, have fun. Go ahead, record. I don't care. You think I'm tired now? It's pretty late here in the UK, you know. So our hours are different. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Probably have a nice shower and go to bed. Ray, what are you talking about? I mean, you know my PayPal too. You also get money and receive money, so what's your problem? Kind of crazy, isn't it? I have one more drink before I go. Um, mm, no, there's no alcohol here. Can be bothered with that. I'm just tired. I've been awake early morning. I mean, my hours are different than your hours. I'm 5 hours in front of you guys. So yeah, let's call it a night, shall we? But as I said, in the next 2 3 days, I'm gonna root for that letter. Gonna have a look for that letter, and I'm gonna black out the amount of money, and I'll put that letter out there. Well, good for you. I'm allergic to you as well, Ray Ray. Okay. You take care now and have a good night, right? God, if you If you only know what's going on in my mindset right now. I mean, seriously. Well, Purple disputed the fact that it never happened, so I think someone should say something. I'm gonna go straight for the British letter, the proper British letter. How about that? Maybe you don't want to see it. Well, there's people out there who may want to see it. I'm intoxicated and evil, and that's why you're lonely, Susan. You hurt a lot of people. Well, Ray Ray, you hurt a lot of people too. In your pat way. Did you not? Did you not, Ray Ray? Y'all think that I'm fucking drinking all the time? No, I'm not. You think I wake up and have a drink, and you think I go to bed having a drink? No, I don't live my life like that. Good night, Ray Ray, and you sober up too, hon. Right. I'm getting ready to get off here because I'm tired. I've been up early this morning. Like I said, there's a lot of people who don't fucking understand what really is going on. But let's see. Let's see. You know, I would never accuse anyone of doing anything to me if it never did happen. But I have a lot of documentation. Buckeye, get the fuck out of my. You know what? I'm gonna block you myself, bitch. Because you're a horrible bastard, too. Get the fuck out of my chat, bitch. Don't even come in here talking to me, Buckeye. Who the fuck do you think you are? Coming in here after, like, what? So many months? Coming in here talking shit to me? In my channel? You might be able to do purples, but you ain't doing the hair. Shut the fuck up. Dumb fuck. Right. If I wanted to have a drink, it'd be no one's business. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not bothering tonight because I'm too tired. I'm way too tired for this. I'm Buckeye coming in here. Buckeye, I seen what you said about me, bitch. Don't even try to come in my. You're blocked for life. You will never be left in here again. You and your. Oh, she's a horrible person. Fuck off. How about that, Buckeye? The fuck out. Don't even fucking attempt to come in my channel again. Right, guys, I'm sorry, but I need to get off because the longer I stay on here, the more tormented I'm going to get, and it's not probably good for me. So I'm going to get off for. I'm going to get off, and I'm going to go for a day or two, and I'm not going to go live. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out some paperwork. That's right too. Why put on YouTube when it's someone's business? You're 107% true. Yes, but see, word of mouth is not good enough in this life. People need to see your heartbreak, the worst things you went through. They have to see it. You know what I mean? This is YouTube. It's a cutthroat fucking situation. They don't care what you went through. They don't care. It's like receipts if it didn't happen, right? Well, this bitch has lots of receipts. I don't want to put nothing. You know what? Truthfully, I don't want to put nothing out there. But there's times when you're looking and you're listening, and you're thinking, "Oh, I need to go and look for something. Something I know I have." You shouldn't have to. In this day and age, 2025, you shouldn't have to push shit out there. It's been something that happened years ago. You should not have to put it out there. But being blamed for someone taking a story of someone else's essay, I'm going to prove to everybody that my situation was way before I ever come to YouTube. I was never on YouTube. And, yeah, I didn't take anyone's story. My story is my story, and I gotta live with that. That's the best way of saying that. My story is my story. I gotta live with it. I live with it every goddamn day. You know, like I said, I suffer with severe PTSD over it. That's the God's honest truth. See, Heather, that's where you're wrong. Papa kept bringing it up the other night, saying that she did not believe me. Do you understand when you have another fellow YouTuber person says you says that they don't believe you? That is like the biggest fucking thing in your life. What happened? The big fucking situation, a fucked up situation, mind you. But do you understand what it's like for someone to say they don't believe you? I'm not going to put out my story. I'm just going to show a very good legal documentation from the British government. And I remember when I received that letter, I was in tears when I say now. But look, guys, I'm getting off here. I am tired. I've been up early this morning, and I kind of, I tried doing a live. The internet cut me off. And it's my story to tell. No one else's story. No one can tell that story but me. And even at that, I don't talk about it. I say that there's a story there, but I never say this is this and this and this and this. I never say word for word what exactly happened. It to me is the biggest. I would say that pretty much broke me at that point. in my heart because I never thought that it would ever happen to me, but it did. And the government over here don't fuck about. They don't play. They don't go out paying out people. There you go. It's not like that, guys. You gotta understand. I mean, it's a serious topic. My mental health know about it. Lots of people know about it. Well, lots of mental health authorities and stuff like that know about it. They know all about it. It's written in my charts. And because of that, now I suffer with chronic, severe what was this? I suffer severe mental health problems because of it. But yeah. And I just want to give a big shout out there. PTSD, yes it is. I suffer severe PTSD. Wish I never did, but I do. And then you get diagnosed with another thing, then you get diagnosed with another. All because of this one situation. What went down. No, Jill, it's been a battle. Believe me when I say it. Mm, we won't be dropping the link for that channel. Anyways, look, I'm getting off here. I don't need to drop a link for her or anything like that because she's gonna go on and say the complete opposite of what I said, even though I hold the truth. The truth is always in the hand of the beholder. Always remember that. I'm gonna hold my tongue on it, but look, I'm gonna go. I'm tired and upset. I think it's before the themes is in the yes, beauty's in the hand of the beholder. That's very correct. Beauty is in the head of the hand of the beholder as well. And the truth is in the hand of the beholder for the one who possesses that truth. I will say that. Um, wow. If I ever thought that Back then, when the essay happened years ago in Rockhampton, if I ever thought that I would ever need paperwork, I would have laughed at you guys, you know what I mean? I would never have thought that. I'm not in a million years. But strangely enough, down as far as bank receipts, I've kept. Right, Jill, no, I understand that. It's alright. Because as Jill, people are pushing my buttons. They're pushing me to a little bit, you know. And I thought when I first would come on here and I seen back to back to back to back purpose lives. I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? I'm here spending time with my kids, you know what I mean? And she's doing all this shit, you know what I mean? And of course, I couldn't play that in front of them. No way. Now we were playing different things. Now we weren't doing that. I don't even know why I kept all the paperwork, but I did. And it's just such a strange situation I find myself in now. If you had asked me that back 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would be thinking, what the fuck are you even talking about? You know, that kind of way. But I've seen downside bankruptcies I kept. Look, I want to come on here and I just don't want to talk negative about everything. I just want to say that I had a fantastic time with my beautiful grown child. For people who think that I don't give a fuck about my kids, not true. For people who think that I don't care, I don't. There's no remorse, there's no pain, there's no anything. There's a lot of that going on too. Yeah, you know when I see my boy walking out the front door, it just breaks my heart. Why not crumbled up in a ball right now? I don't know. Because normally when he went, I would just want to be on the sofa and crawl up in the ball and just be alone. And right, Heather, that is very true. It is very true. YouTube is a vicious YouTube is the most vicious place you could probably ever go to be honest. You know, no matter what, you know, they're gonna think they can find loopholes. But this one letter, you can't find loopholes in it. I don't know if that's me fighting back and saying, hey guys, look, you know, you're wrong. Do you understand what it's like to be called a liar? Do you understand how bad that is? Do you understand when people listening in the Purple Phoenix channel and they hear about people who came forward about essay and Purple says you don't believe them? How damaging that could be to the next person who comes along? I just want to wonder. I'm just, you know, am I wrong in saying that? Purple is saying that it's wrong to come forward. No, she's not saying that, but she's calling a person a liar who came forward, who had the person. It's just, look, the letter speaks volumes. Right, look, y'all think I'm drinking, and no, I'm not. My son has just come back. Had a great time with him. He means the world to me, and his little sister, which is, she calls me mommy, but I'm not her mommy really. But look, if she wants to call me that, I don't care. Shouldn't people, shouldn't just keep your paperwork private. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But Heather, what you do when someone's calling you a liar? I need, I need to go out and I check my I know I have a place out there and I have files of stuff in there. And I know I will find that one letter. I know I will. Because I know I've never been that. Because that letter meant more than the money ever meant to me. Just to be recognized by the British government for my pain and suffering. That meant the world to me. And that letter does exist. I think sometimes the UK better off hand out letters than they do when they're paying personnel for their pain and suffering. But the letter meant more to me. But then again, it was a very difficult time for me back then when all that was going on. Yeah, they do, Jill. Yeah, they do. Yeah, her mom knows that I'm not her mommy. Yeah, she comes on all the time. And she said, "Mommy," I'm like, "Yeah, no, they allow it." But we do know she's going to, Jill, to be honest, we do know she's very young. And we do know she's going to grow out of that too. And she knows who her real mommy is, you know what I mean? So at the moment, and I did say to Javad, that's a bit weird for me. I find it weird. And he said, she'll grow out of it. I know she's only like 1.5, 2 years of age. She's very young. I mean, and believe me, when she hits 3 or 4, she ain't gonna call me that. And the only reason she calls me that is because she hears my son call me that. That's all. Yeah, we got our bike as well. We did, yeah. But she has stabilizer, they like the stabilizers and all that stuff in there. She still comes on and she calls me mommy, but her mother don't care. I mean, I'm like, and I said to Ali's father quite a bit. I thought it was a bit weird, but we know she is gonna grow out of it. She's pretty young. Maybe she's, hell, I don't know her fucking birth date. But no, she does come on the series. She talks to me, she goes, "Mommy, miss you, I love you." you know. But we know that that is just a young child who's listening to her older brother. because you gotta understand, even though they're not full. Addie's my son. She's not my daughter. And she comes on and I'm like, why she calling me that? But she learned it from Melly, see. But we do believe she will grow out of it and she'll be fine. Oh, she calls her mom in a different language, a hoodoo name. Cause yeah, she calls her mom a hoodoo name in a different language. So yeah, both kids can speak two different languages. Oh, I love you too, Tony. Yeah, it's only a really small bike. There's stabilizer. There's like yeah, it's it. I didn't even see her rider yet, but she's yeah. We you can't buy one bike for one person and not buy for the other. I mean, I didn't pay for this. Like, I didn't pay for her one. Our dad did. I paid for Ollie's one. I told Tony after this live I would give her back her rent. But he asked me questions like, why is her little sister, why is, not my child saying mommy to me? Yeah, I gotta understand. And there's another name they call their parent in a different language. Uh, because Ali calls me mommy, she calls me the same thing. But that doesn't mean jack shit her. She says it in front of her mother. I have no problem with Jenna or Jerry girl. I've never had, but yeah, Tony, I will after this live. I'll sort you out. I will, Tony. I will sort you out after this live. Tony, I will fix you with your wrench after this live. Don't worry about that. After this live, I will fix you with your wrench on. Um, we had it was a really nice time. We had things like that are really uplifting, and yeah, no, it's honestly, things like that are really uplifting. And I look at things and I'm thinking, is YouTube that more important? No, it's not. It's not. It really ain't. It's all about family, and I know she's not my daughter, but I look at her as being a daughter, anyways. Oh no, Tony, my son comes down this time every year, love. Ali always comes on this year, and that's why I don't go on YouTube. I don't bother. Ali's only gone back a couple of hours back. Yeah, Ali's gone back down to London more or less. Yeah, that's why I don't come on when I go quiet. That means I'm doing something, or I just not gonna put my son on YouTube more or less. Yeah, he went back hours ago. Mm. No, I don't drink when my son's around me. I don't drink when my son's around me. Fucking hell, is that hard to believe? No, I didn't start when he left. I didn't. No, I haven't went to the shop. I haven't went out. Did you start to leave when I haven't went out? You're asking me crazy, 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 crazy questions. But no, I didn't go out. Too depressed to go out. Why would I go out? You're feeling depressed. Why would you go out? Why would I go out when my boy went away? I don't go out. That's the thing. I should probably go out and drive around or do something like I normally would. But no, I didn't do that. Tonight's the first night. I'm not gonna have my boy here, so did I go out and buy a drink? No. He stayed for two and a half days. 2.5 days was the best days of my life. You know what, Jill? I felt normal. I didn't feel like, I had anything. I just felt normal. Have my son sit in my laps and hug me and kiss me and love me, and I don't give a fuck what anyone says about that. I really don't. But that's what my son does. He comes up and there's two chairs beside the, well, there's two-seaters. He can sit in one, but he don't. He sit in my laps. No matter what age he is. At the end of the day, that's called bonding. At least I would literally say Ali and Mel are literally the love of my life. They keep me going. I know when Ellie's coming. Ellie's coming for Christmas as well this year. I'll tell you that right now. Ellie's coming down for Christmas. Yeah, Jelly, he is about that. Yeah, yeah. The minute he comes around me, I mean, my God. Look, if I'm sitting here, he's gonna sit me. There's like two seaters here in the sitting room. He will come and sit on my laps no matter what. No matter what, I don't ask him to do it. He just does it. He's just he likes to be around me. He just likes to be so close, really close to his mom. That's what he calls me, mom. And then you have many, then it's like, ma'am, mama, you know, Irish way, right? Yeah, he's like coming a teenager now, Jill. Yeah, he is. He's getting pretty tall too. He's getting really, he's getting really, he looks really, like, I would say if I was gonna say to you right now, and this boy eats forever, right? But he looks really thin and tall, really thin, and he's very tall. He's like we measured each other. He's coming up near my chin line right now, and he's only 13 years of age, and I'm 5 foot 3.5. So yeah, and he's only 13. But this boy can eat all around him. I bought him in takeaway. He went through that. Because I know my boy, like, I know, but I like to treat him. I like to do everything I can do for him. Okay, corn dogs, I'll drop a link. Corn dogs, don't even mess with me because I'm really not in the mood for it, to be honest. I've been going through a hard day, you know what I mean? Ali's gone back and whatnot. I know people fucking hate me on YouTube. Maybe they wish my channel was gone. And I was thinking, I could make my channel go. I could delete it myself. But I was thinking, what am I going to do when it comes winter, right? I like talking to all my American friends. I love American people. Hey, corn dogs.
Hey, Susan, good to hear from you. You sound good.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what? I want to come up and tell you that not everyone hates you, okay? Some of us like
Okay.
you, and we want the best for you, and we want you to do good things in life and make good choices, and I think you can. And I just want you to, stay positive and be positive and live a good life and know that you're not completely hated out there because I know YouTube can really mess you up in the head. Uh,
Right.
not you, but anybody, and it gets
Anyone at all, yeah.
and people get bloodthirsty out here. They want to just like take you down and see you homeless. Not you, but anyway, they want to see you homeless and doxxed and you know fired or whatever on YouTube, and it gets pretty nasty out here. But
Yeah.
Make good choices in life and know that people are rooting for you and want you to do good. Okay, that's all I want to say.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Okay, Susan, I'll let you get back to your stream. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. That's really nice of them. Nice of someone to say it, all right? It is. It's nice. You know, at 13, my kids didn't want even to even be seen with their parents' religion. Well, that was back in the day now, in all fairness. The kids are different nowadays, you know what I mean? Yeah, do I get that? 13, teenager. Um, wow, you're going back a bit, but, I get that, yes. But kids today, you know, especially when they come from a broken home, right? When they have their mom and they had their dad together. And look, you gotta understand that I don't need to leave them into my apartment, i.e., his father, his sister, his Javad's wife. I don't. There's no legal requirement. I don't need to do that. But I leave him in because I care. I will say that up, straight up, because I care. I care because that's, Ali who's Ali around, and I want to know, you know what I mean? And I think Javad's wife is pretty nice, She's a pretty cool girl. Not gonna say too much about her, but she's pretty decent. I'll put it that way. I don't hate anybody. People gotta understand that. I probably hate myself more than I hate anybody in the world. I don't have room for hate. I genuinely don't. I don't see why people think that, oh well, you gotta choose, pick and choose. Um no, doesn't work that way. Gotta show appreciation to people who are good. And I show that a lot when I invite them in. I don't People don't understand this one thing. I don't need to invite Ali's dad in. I don't need to invite his sister in. I don't need to invite his wife in. But I invite them all in because, I see them as a family. Um, but I feel that I'm part of that family, and they've always made me feel I'm part of their family too. Even though I'm the one that kind of, you know, I'm not married to him. I don't want to be married to him. Never have been. Apart from the nikah, which, if anyone knows what nikah means, that's religious marriage. It's not a government one. But other than that, I mean, at least there, the more I look at him, the more I look at my son, I just look at him, I see complete beauty. I think he's gonna turn a lot of girls' heads when he gets older. He's the most deepest, darkest chocolate brown hair you can ever imagine with the eyes to match. He looks amazing. And I know we are pushing towards education with him, like Mel, and we're pretty sure we will get that way, with him we will get that way. Anyone, any questions before I get off here? Because I've been up pretty early. I had kids running around my home, which I'm kind of not used to having. The sound of children is amazing. Um, I love it in a weird way. I do like it. Um, I do have two fantastic, wonderful children. One called Minnie Bennett, and the other one is Ellie. Um, and I have this other little second child who she's beautiful. She really is. She's not mine, but I know as she gets older, she's always gonna know who I am. As long as I'm, in this world. God forbid that anything bad happens to me. I mean, God, we don't want to see another C-19 crisis again. We don't want to see any of that. You're right. Just let me get my mental health together. Let me get myself together. I know what I need to do. I need to get my mental health organized a little bit better. We're working on that. And for those who don't care about me or don't want to know me, well, that's your situation. You know, but you gotta understand, I'm not an absent mother. I'm very much involved. I pay for a lot of things. I pay for things I shouldn't even be paying for. To be, sometimes when I think about it, why am I doing that? But that's what a parent will do. Um, there's no judgment or saying that I need to do that, but I do it anyways. It's called being a mom, isn't it? And I've been looking at a documentary a couple of hours ago, and I was looking at London. Fucking hell. Man, there's so much I would say um something. It's a blade what you have in the kitchen. Knife crimes, right? I was like, holy shit. And they were naming out all the boroughs, right? And they named out a certain borough, and I was like, oh my god, are you serious? So what I'm doing is I'm going from, even though I'm on the exchange list, I'm doing whatever to get down there to where Ali's at, right? I'm going from the beautiful Devon, right, into the cesspool. And they said on the documentary it was called a cesspool. That's not my words, that's theirs. I was like, oh well, shit. And I know I will be alone. I will be down there by myself. Down there by myself. And I was like, oh, really? And they named out North London, South London, the amount of robberies and all that kind of crime shit. And I was like, well, why the fuck am I even going down there? You know what I mean? Whereas here, it's pretty safe, I would say. Um, but nevertheless, at least the most important thing. That's crazy in its own right, in that. Yeah. Want to go from a really safe place in Devon, beautiful sunny Devon, to go down to what the media have dubbed a cesspool. Not my words. I'm like, oh shit. You know, does it want to stop me from going down there? Um, no, not really. Still want to go anyways. Not gonna give away the location where I want to go because literally when I go down there, I don't want anyone having my address at all. I know this address is being doxed. I know that. But look, I'm gonna say goodnight to everyone. Oh, hold on, Jill, you're backstage. Hold on, Jill. Jill, I'll see you. Hey, Jill,
Hi.
how you doing?
What?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
What
And
happened? What happened to your cooking show you was going to do?
I didn't get around to it yet, Jill. But honestly, that's something I will do. Um, I definitely will do that. But because of my son coming down and whatnot and stuff like that, I didn't want to do it. But I definitely want to do it. You know,
Hmm.
it's not like something I thought of and said, "Okay, I'm not going to do it." No, I want to do it. I definitely want to do it. I've bought all the knives, the forks, and all the stuff in. I literally, yeah, I did it all. Um, because of my boy coming down for the time he had with me. I put that in the back burner for a bit, but I'm willing to do some bacon and cabbage and some the way kind of the way the Irish cook, you know.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking, man, if I cook it, people are going to tell me I'm doing it all wrong, but I know I'm not.
So, are you ever going to address the recording and all that shit?
If
'Cause that's the big elephant in the room, and that's why all these people are in here. You know that, right?
people are in where?
In your live, they're just waiting for you to address that recording.
I'm not going to address it. I think it's better off left alone. Jill, there's an old saying, if you've nothing good to say, don't say it at all. I'm not going to bother saying it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So I'm going to leave it alone. But I will be getting back to the cooking stuff. Now that give me a day or two to recuperate, get back into my own swing of my way of doing things. And yeah, we shall do some bacon and cabbage. Um, we'll cook it and we'll put it on a live and we will do it. And I would like to do some lasagna as well.
Yeah.
Um, there's a couple of meals I would like to do, to be honest. And the good thing is that I can cook it, I can freeze it, and I can put it away.
Right. Right.
I just don't feel about. Oh, yes, is there a recording? Yes, there is. Am I gonna put it out there? No, I'm not.
Well, people think you're just lying about it,
Well,
because
they can think what they like. I paid a little bit of it on purpose, and then I stopped it. And I just don't feel that. No, that's not the way forward. I don't want to do it.
well, did you send it to your stepmother?
At the moment, I don't speak to any of them.
Right, but you said you was going to send it to her.
Yes, I did. But I don't speak to any of them right now.
But what? I'm sorry.
I don't speak to any of them. I don't speak to any of them right now. So I'm not gonna bother even doing anything. Jill, at the end of the day, I gotta look after myself, you know what I mean? And I hope people have fun with the cooking show, when I do that.
Yeah.
Because that's something I am gonna do. I really wanna do it. Um I just the bullshit and all the rest of the crap. I don't want to be involved in it. It's too painful. It's too hurtful, and I just don't want to do it. It literally has me to the point where I don't talk to anyone over there in Ireland anymore. I don't. Like I said, it doesn't matter. I mean, who cares, right? I care. What's the point in putting out a recording? Yes, I have the recording. If you don't think I have, you'd be bigger fools to think I didn't. But I don't see the point in even doing that. Because you gotta come to yourself at the end of the day and say, is that the right thing for me to do? No.
No, I don't know. It's up to you, but I think you should at least send it to your family.
I don't talk to them, CGL anymore. I was gonna send it to them, but I wanted to keep it off of YouTube. Remember, it was not me who brought it to YouTube.
Right, but it doesn't have to be on YouTube. You can privately send it to your
I
family.
could easily do that, yes, I could. But at the moment, there being such a big mass of falling out, I'd rather
Right,
leave
but the
it.
recording could resolve it all.
Right, and that's right, true saying that. I hope some people learn a big lesson by this because you have people speaking on my behalf when they are out of line. They're saying things and they shouldn't be saying it. You know, people didn't think that I was dumb enough to. I don't record it. Look, I don't record everything at all. I don't, but something brought me to the attention of that, and I did record it. And I had a presence of mind of thinking this is all going to be twisted, and I've seen it being played out. It was all twisted. It
Therefore,
went
you should
from
send it to your family and untwist it and resolve the whole issue.
that's true, Jill, but I'm not talking to them. They're not talking to me neither. It's not just me. They're not talking to me.
Well, it could all be resolved. Just send them the recording.
It could be all resolved. There's people on there. They would think that the sun shines out of their backside when it really fucking doesn't. But I guess time will tell. I'm not never gonna say I'm not gonna send it to some family. Um, what I'm saying right now is I'm just gonna lay low and do my own little thing and do my little cooking thing. And now that Ellie's gone back and I can now focus on doing some maybe cooking stuff, Jill, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? For the time being, and in time,
Yeah, you
God
need.
willing, you know what I mean? Time, time's a healer, right? I always believe in that. And the recording is there. You know, I'm not putting it out on YouTube. It's not for YouTube.
Yeah, but nobody's telling you to put it on YouTube. Just send it to your family and resolve this thing with your family.
Give it time. Leave them cool off. And things. Yeah, it'll be sent.
Alrighty, I'm gonna drop down.
All right, Jill.
All right,
You
have a good
sound
day.
tired.
I am. I'm very tired.
Me, I'm worn out too.
All right.
It's been
Just
it's
do the
been a
right
nice
thing.
life.
Just do the right thing. You know.
Believe me, I will. I know when time's right. When when sometimes time is, like I said, time is a healer.
Well, you gotta, you know, tell the truth and just tell the truth. Do the right thing and tell the truth and send the video to your family. I think is the best thing you can do. You know, you got to tell the truth. And if the truth is in
Uh,
that recording, send it.
I have to record. Tony's in chat. She's saying, Jill, can you email me, find my phone number? I don't know what that means.
I I'll go check out chat. Tell her
Yeah.
I'll check out chat.
She
Yeah.
said, Jill, can you email me, find my phone number?
Oh. Okay. All right.
All
All
right,
right.
Jill.
Let me drop down.
You have a good evening and whatnot. And
You too.
I'm not going to stay on it too much longer. I'm tired. I'm burnt out.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Jill. You take care.
You too. Bye.
And bye. Let me fix this because it's all black. Fucking hell. You, you, Discord is like playing with all of our stuff. Okay, there we go. There you go, back. People coming in here and ask me, take back the membership. It's not like I give out the membership. It's YouTube. That's like stupid. Don't be subbed up to my channel if you don't want to fucking use a free membership. My God. It's not like I give them out. It's not like I get to pick the names. I don't. I don't get any say in it at all. Um, fucking it. um, You make me laugh. This is a stupid one for Jill, which I know is rubbish. Oh God, there's a lot of hate. Believe me, there's a lot of hate in chats. It's yeah. There's a lot of people who think they can assume any stuff that they really can't. There's a lot of hate, unbelievable. That's all I'll say on that one. Yeah, I think when Tony sent, if she writes her email in, she might have to use a little bit of spaces. So because when you write a full email in, it won't allow you to have it. So if she writes it in, forget the spaces. I'm gonna leave Tony write in her email. Tony, when you're writing in your email, put in some spaces in there. But Jill, you don't need to. When you're writing back the email, don't put in spaces. It's just the way YouTube is gone, and trust me, I mean YouTube has gone crazy. Uh, they're screwing. I mean, with Discord, not Discord. Fucking streamers itself. It's crazy. They're like messing. You can't even go on someone's panel, and I don't know my panel. Can you see the chat? I mean, I don't know. I'm not. I'm not seeing y'all as a at symbol, so that's kind of crazy. When you come up my chat, I see as your names, but in other chats, it's and that symbol, which is I don't know, weird. And I've done some courses on YouTube, and I've done all that stuff. So maybe that's why I don't know. I mean, God knows, who knows? Sorry for the coughing. But that was someone with COPD rubbish disease to have. Crap, to be honest. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna get off here. I'm getting tired now. I mean, what time we here? Oh, UK hours. Someone comes in and says someone else is going live. Don't really care. I go live because I want to go live. I don't go live. No way, no. Man. Excuse me. What are you from, Sydney? Sydney, Australia. Dora. Gmail. Gmail Jill. The rest of the there. Oh, there you go. I had to put it in. Jill had to put it in for you, for Tony. Thank you, Heather, for doing that for Tony. Right. Been on throughout 3 hours and whatever X amount of minutes. I think I'll get off here, guys. There's a big calling. And I like Dora. Hi, Dora. Think you're new to my channel. You coming all the way from Sydney? Sydney, Australia. Man, I just want to, before I get off, I just want to make sure Jill got that email. And then I will get off. Like I said, I'm not here to put anyone down or say anything wrong or do anything, crazy or... Right, okay, Susan, bye. Thank you, Dora. I'm not doing that. So, right, I'm gonna get off. I've been on it long enough. And I don't know when I'm gonna go live again. It might be 1 or 2 days from now, maybe. And I am thinking of doing some cooking stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how that works out, alright? Right, God bless and take care and good night, everybody. I'm gonna say good night because I'm really tired right now. If I can even just get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Right, yeah. Okay. God bless, take care. Good night, everybody, and have a good time and enjoy yourselves. God bless.